Okay, we are live. Just let me tune the stream as usual so that I can see what you will be writing on YouTube. And we will start. Just give me a second because my live stream is a bit laggy. Now I see. Okay, so we can start. Here today we are having the third part of the build project with Kugelpanzer from Miniart. In case you missed first two parts, I recommend to check them because we are discussing there quite important things regarding this kit. And in this video we will be doing the same. It will be related to some, let's say, later steps of the assembly. These are quite interesting as well. And as for the kit, just a small refresh, I would say, of the memories, of the knowledge. This kit is the same as the Shara tank from Miniart, and it's a what if genre. Even though it's modded in 135 scale, it's a full interior kit, and as you can guess, the size of this kit is not that big. You can see it in the previous video build reviews parts, and I will show it today as well. And what I'm basically doing in this build is I'm trying to assemble this kit without any paint or any other special modeling tools because it's easy to see, not easy, but interesting to see how this kit behaves if, for example, I want just to start this hobby. I don't have any, let's say, professional tools, but I would like to build something sophisticated, something unusual, and this mini art kit was quite attractive for me. So here what I would like to show first, you can see the landing gear, let's say, for this tank. Why? Because as you remember, it has the tracks in the middle, so they're going in the middle, and here, for example, they are covering the hull. By the way, thank you for the first like. But in order to stand in the place, it also has the two side wheels which are placed on each half of the hull, and they are attached with a special landing gear, let's say. And what I find funny a bit in such kit, because we have the whole parts, these half balls, let's say, molded as a one-piece parts, and then we have these road wheels which should be glued out of two pieces. Here you can see, and note that they have slight difference in the height, so don't be afraid of this. And then you have to connect them with this. So I'm not sure if it was really difficult to mold it just as one piece out of the box, or they wanted to add some sophistication to this kit, but we have what we have and you will have to do it anyway. And here we can move to the, let's say, finished state of this landing gear. So I assembled it on one half, and here you can see it. I will try to focus the camera so that you can see it properly. Now it should be better. So what you're basically doing, you installing these two legs and also the shock absorber into this special slot. Even though I thought it will be for the exhaust, no, it is not. So it is only for the suspension parts. And the funny part about this engine compartment is that exhaust, they have exhaust in the tank, so it's not outside. And here you can see it, so it's barely visible, but you can see it. So it does not have any hole and it does not go outside. It just has this radiator, which I guess it purifies the air, but otherwise all tankmen inside, they're just breathing these exhaust fumes inside the hull. Nevertheless, as you can see, it has this slight angle. These landing gear wheels, I just like to call them like this. I mean, it's up to you how you will call them, but I will call them as a landing gear because they look like they're foldable, but of course they're not. And because this is a what if tank, I would rather suggest to search for something bigger because it looks ridiculous, and I would rather do something more impressive, maybe some wheels from 1/32 scale bomber, resin wheels. They will look good here, especially with some minor modifications. Another idea is to install some jet thrusters on those sides, just for a funny look. It will be also quite an interesting spin on the overall appearance of this tank. Okay, so that's related to the driving, let's say, parts. And also let's not forget that we have also 4 sections of the tracks. Those are molded as such parts we will separate one in this video, but I would like to talk about it a bit later. What I would like to show next is the hatch. I assembled both, but because they're similar, I would like to show you only one. So here we basically combine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course the hatch itself, so 6 parts together. It's not difficult, and overall appearance looks good. So just to remind you, you can copy this in the open state or in the closed state. It will be up to you how you would like to copy them. As I suggested in the previous video review, just open both, because outside it will be barely visible what is inside, and at least those hatches will allow you to have some, let's say, peek inside the tank, and it's worth opening them, so I really recommend to do this. Okay, so we place it here. And another thing, I did not attach another hull half, but I did it intentionally in order to show you what do we have here once this half is assembled. So as you can see, it is quite funny, 3 turret subassembly, and this one is left without turret because it's for the driver, so he should only see where he goes on his quite nice tank. Here from the other side you can see what is included here, and that's nice, a small touch, because they have the interior light. It's only one interior light on the whole tank, and I'm not sure if it's right idea to do only one light. So if you have some spare clear plastic, I would rather suggest to play a bit with this, and maybe also to install some LEDs, as I said in the previous video review. For the glue, какой марки клей используете в сборке? Сейчас использую звезду, потому что целью было показать вообще, что можно сделать с базовыми инструментами. So, as I said, I'm using the Zvezda glue because my main purpose of this build review was to show how the basic tools behave with such plastic, and I'm quite surprised with Zvezda glue. As I said in the beginning, I completely forgot how it works because I'm used to the Tamiya glue. I mean, I can say it straight. We are all working with this light green glue, and now I'm using the basic Zvezda glue. I will show it in a second because it's worth displaying it. I bought it for my money. I bought it in the toy shop, so it's not an advertisement. And here you can see it. It's a basic one, Zvezda. I think it was written on the package that it was produced, just give me a second, 2017. It was produced in 2017, and still it works. It's quite, I would say, useful thing to glue the parts together. And I mean, we have what we have, so there is no other choice. And what was else interesting here? I think it is the story about tracks. So with tracks, I would like to cut off the first track. So just give me a second. I'll do the cutting. Okay. So as I said, I'm using these basic sprue cutters. It's just some basic ones from the hobby shop. Okay, and also this scalpel. So with the tracks, my main idea was to glue the 3 sections in place and leave the top section, actually place them so that top section will be removable. So it stays in place under the gravity, weight of gravity, but force of gravity. But if you would like to remove it, it is easily removable, and you can expose what is hidden inside. Because otherwise, as I said, it's really dark inside this tank due to size, due to the tight packaging, let's say. So that's why it's worth leaving the one section of the truck separate, and I will show it in a second. So let's move these parts aside so that they won't be on our road. So what I would like to do, it will be standing like this, and I would like to place all the tracks from the bottom first. And then I would like to cover it with this section of the track. It will be sitting something like this, I guess. Or not. Maybe it should be something like this. Anyway, it will be sitting on the top. So if you would like to expose what is inside, you just remove this section and you get some extra light from the top. It's really cool in my opinion, and it should be more than enough to show what is hidden inside, because to leave the whole half separate, it will be also quite difficult, and then I don't know how to attach it. I mean, to make the attachment removable. It's really difficult. Maybe if I had some special tools with me here, I would try to move it, actually to do it removable so that it will be openable on hinge or something like this. But here it is really difficult to do without any special tools in hands. So that's why I will have to resort for the separate top track part. And that's, in my opinion, that's quite handy solution to this problem. But we will see. I will do it today and tomorrow, and basically tomorrow we will see how it works. So stay tuned. And of course, I would like to thank you for joining me today on this evening. As you can see, this project goes on, and I hope tomorrow it will be finished and we will be able to discuss pros and cons of this kit. Of course, if you would like to support us, don't forget to press the like button because it helps us greatly. Thank you for the second like, by the way. And I will see you in the next video review, next build session. As usual, just join our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and bye.